Meow meow meow. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow.
Oh wow. There's a spider.
Meow meow meow.
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow
You follow me. That's where the cat goes today. This is Cat from Where the Cat Goes. Today we're going out to this little, pretty much abandoned cemetery called Petri Cemetery, which is in Norman County, close to a town called Ada, Minnesota. I also did another church in Ada. The Rhubarb Church was in Ada too, a while back. So, I'm going to read a little bit of information that I found about cemeteries listed in townships about it, because I noticed when we were exploring this cemetery that quite a bit of people there were children. So, I mean, it was late 1800s, early 1900s, and there was a higher mortality rate for young children and infants back in those days. Modern medicine has really increased our survival rates. You don't, I mean, back then it was pretty common to know people that lost children, young children, especially to things like fevers and diarrhea and that kind of stuff. I know, it's so sad, right? Alright, so here I'm going to read this to you. It says, West Petri, East Marsh River. That must be the river that runs behind it. Okay, this site is located a half-mile north and half-mile west of Anthony in the southwest 1/4 of a section 20. Okay. That's a bit of information I don't really understand. Well, I do get it. It's plots and whatnot, but like that's probably something that isn't going to make any sense. So, anyways, it dates back well before 1890. This cemetery was established by Petri Lutheran Church, at the time located 3.5 miles west of Ada. It is still a mystery why the cemetery was located at such a distance from the church. Because what did they say this was, like, I think 19 miles away from Ada? That is kind of weird, huh? The only clue is that it might have been a 1-acre plot that had belonged to one of the church members, E.T. Salverson. I hope I pronounced that. I hope I pronounced that right. The cemetery was virtually abandoned after a division in the Petri Church, after which time the members went to the north of the church, joined the East Marsh River congregation, and the remaining members established a new cemetery near the church. So isn't that odd? Like, that is really weird that they had this cemetery way off, miles away from the church back then. I mean, 19 miles out of town. If the church was 3.5 miles out of town, it took people a long time to walk or go by horseback, what have you, wagon, to get to that location. So that's kind of different. Yeah, you can see here on the computer where I'm looking at this website, and it says West Petri is abandoned. There's some big trees in the area. Oh, yeah. Huh. Interesting. There's some old ones over there. I might check out this one by the trees. Yeah. At least it's being cared for. Look at all these graves. Look at this grave. You know this one's old because look at the trees on both sides of it. It's not like they buried a person in between the trees. Oh, child. That's a nice dove. A lot of times you see lambs in that time period, 1917 to 1918. Not quite a year old when the baby died. Now I've heard of stacking rocks, but stacking tombstones? What? Oh, and these are all really old ones too, look at that. 1800s. And another child. 1894 to 1896. This one's so old. I'm not even sure what's here. Can't read it. Look at that, a stack of tombstones. Children's tombstone. At least the top one is. That one in the trees over there is a year old. It's like a week shy or something of a year. There's another lamb. It could be a child. Oh, I see a few of them around here. 1898 to, I think it says 1800. There's a lot of little kids out here, a couple years old. There's another old one. Oh, this one's old too. Oh, not that old, 1940s. Look at this one. Wow, I love the writing on this one. It's like someone made it themselves. 1903. I've never seen one like that. It looks like someone. Does it say birth on the bottom?
Not sure who died.
What was that? Look at this. It's a rock, but it's a gravestone. 1890, 1815, 1890, 1891, 1893. It's a twin. 1829, 1884. I think that's a 20. No, that's 79, 1879. Oh yeah, 1850, 1879. Ooh, I'm stepping. 80s. There's a lot of kids in this cemetery that doesn't have very many bodies. 1800s. Oh, that one lived. So. Wow, look at this. It's caved in. $1882. Another baby. This one, the gravestone's buried. I'm seeing a lot of winter dust in here. Wow. I think that tree might need to be removed. $1879. I'm still got the top on. A lot of times these break. I don't know about cattle. I don't see any cattle out there. Look at this fence. Fence is being brought down. 1880. That one's cracked. It's got a lamb on it too. Oh, that's why. This one, August 9th of 1882. Don Den, November 12th, 1880. June 18th, 1861 to June 21st. I think it says 1880. What's crazy about this one is like, oh, it's kind of neat how it goes around like that, the fence, even though it's coming down from all the stuff on it. Look how very few graves there are in this cemetery, and none on that side except for the one way in the corner that we're gonna go look at in a little bit, or I guess two over there in the corner. It's just crazy because I kind of wonder why they put them way over there. 1905, oh, another baby. January 28th to October 26th. 1905. Couple more in the ground. Oh, a few of them right there. Oh, this is weird looking. That's got some kind of plastic and it throws over. Here's one that I can't tell you anything about except it's got some really faint markings on it. $1900 I'm not sure what the date is on that bottom one. I'm curious why these guys put way in the corner. I don't know if, you know, maybe this was a really old cemetery and uh-oh. You know, it looks like there's a few stacked up. What? I'm not sure to see. Let's talk about the original church for this place. It was kind of across the street. Isn't this curious that I was gonna say 2 gravestones, but apparently there was more. 1874 to 1903, and people were not living long. I mean, growing, but barely. Looks like there's a couple. There's actually a couple more that are right up on it. And again, it's that first cemetery I've ever seen gravestones just piled on top of each other. It's sad. I mean, you know, somebody's here. Somebody was buried here. I don't see anything on that one. I don't wreck it by moving it. They're heavy. 1883. It is kind of neat how many graveyards you find in the middle of nowhere. Because, you know, people were pioneers once. There weren't big cities for them to move to, and people eventually die. So I'm sure they needed someone to be buried. Look at this. The gate is just getting swallowed up by the ground and the trees. At least somebody's doing some maintenance here, because you can see that there's been work done, like the trees and stuff. Pushing this out. It's an old fence. Hey, look at that. There's fencing. I wonder if that was the original fencing to the graveyard. But it was. And then probably 40 years ago or something, they put this one in. This one's been put in a long time ago. Look at this. They had to cut that tree out too. It grew into it. Lots of trees have grown into it. Huh. Don't suppose there's any graves over there. I was so curious why these people are buried way off in this corner. Let me show you once. Huh. I wonder if there's a couple people buried there. See, these guys are buried that far away from everybody else. Now, I don't know if that's what it looks like, or if there were other people buried over here and you just don't know it because the gravestones are either piled up or buried, or maybe they didn't have any, who knows. Oh, that's interesting. So, can you follow me and see where the cat goes today? To an old graveyard.